How's it going, Instagram family? So, I guess we got Instagram TV now. Of course, definitely check out my YouTube. I have so many videos on there, especially if you like this video here. And this one, I want to talk about getting along with other people, right? So, I think that's something that a lot of us deal with nowadays. Sometimes it could be getting along with family, getting along with uh, a spouse, getting along with friends, getting along with coworker, things like that. Many of us are just not getting along. Many of us are just not connecting. And it's like, what is it? What is it that is keeping us from connecting with others? And for me, I like to simplify things. I like to get to the bottom of things. And I've always realized like the solution to pretty much almost any issue, especially when it has to do with connection, is love. And if you want to fix anything, if you want to heal anything, like fix, there's really nothing to fix, honestly. But if you want to heal your relationships with anybody, with anybody, the most important relationship that you have to heal first is the one that you have with yourself. The relationship that you have with yourself, with your body, with your higher self. Are you connected with your higher self? We all have that higher self. We all have that God within, but many of us do not connect to that God within. Many of us stay away from that. It is very hard to connect to that God within when we're living in fear. And I lived in fear for most of my life. I saw what happened. I lived the life of disconnection, which you can never truly be disconnected because everything in life is connected, but you can think that you're disconnected. Your higher self or the God within you is always with you, always watching you, always taking care of you, and always guiding you. There's this book called The Impersonal Life. Check it out and you'll see what I'm talking about. When I read that book, I had flashbacks. It was as if I was reading my whole life. You ever wonder if all your decisions are your own? Are you making all your decisions by yourself? Are you truly making them by yourself? Or are you divinely guided? No matter what stage in your life, trust me, you are divinely guided to make that decision. So you are not alone. So there is something inside of you that you can connect with that can help you. And when we think that we're disconnected from that or we don't know about it, then we can go the other way, and then we stop living in harmony with ourselves. Once we're no longer living in harmony with ourselves, it's very hard to live in harmony with anything around us. You look at the world now, we're so disconnected from ourselves. We're definitely not in harmony. We're not listening to ourselves. We're not listening to our bodies. That's why we're getting so sick. We're not listening to our emotions. We're not expressing ourselves. We're not being true. We're not being authentic. We're acting. We're acting. People get paid to act. Actors get paid to act. So why are you acting for free? Not only acting for free, but you're acting to the detriment of your own health. You're trying to be something that you're not. You're trying to be somebody else. You're comparing yourself to other people. There's no need to do any of that because who you are is special. Who you are is unique. Who you are is exactly what the world needs. The way you are, not anybody else. You don't need to copy anybody else. You have something special within you. The way you were born, where you were born, the gifts, the talents that you were given are unique only to you. And the way you see the world, nobody else can see the world that way. Nobody else can walk your experience, can ever walk in your shoes fully. I'm an empath. I can absorb people's energy. I absorb the energy around me. If I'm hanging around somebody, I can practically get to the point where I feel like I am them. I can start talking like them. It's crazy how I do it. I call myself a chameleon like that. I do it. But even though I do that, I still cannot fully walk in somebody else's shoes. I still cannot see the world exactly the way they see it. I'm not going to be able to think exactly the way they see it. They're going to come up with a solution or a talent or an invention because of that, you know, because of the way they think, because of the way they are. But if they do themselves a disservice and compare themselves to other people, put themselves down, literally when you're comparing yourself to somebody else or you think somebody else is better than you, you're literally telling your own body that you're not good enough. You're telling yourself that you're not good enough. You're literally depriving your cells of oxygen, right? You're depriving your cells of oxygen, and then you're not gonna have energy. You're not gonna be able to do anything. You're gonna be irritable. And not only that, because you're trying to be somebody else, you're probably gonna try to follow somebody else's dreams rather than your own. You might have something you want to do, but you might think, oh, I can't achieve it. So then you try to copy somebody else. But be you. Figure out what makes you happy, and then go for it. Dream big. There are no limits. That saying that the sky is the limit is a complete lie. There are no limits other than the limits that we put on ourselves. So you want to heal all your relationships, right? heal the one that you have with yourself. Be nicer to yourself. Start being compassionate to yourself. Be loving. Be patient. Learn about unconditional love. Go on YouTube, check out, look up Hear Me Raw Unconditional Love. I do a lot of videos about unconditional love, but that's what you need to give to yourself. Once you can give yourself unconditional love, then you can give that unconditional love back to others, because we can only do to others what we do to ourselves. So be sure that you're loving yourself unconditionally, that you're being patient with yourself, that you are loving yourself, that you're accepting yourself, that the bad things might have happened in the past, but you know what, honestly, it all happened for a reason, and it needed to happen, and it brought you to where you are today. It brought you to watching this video. I look back at all the things that happened to me. I've been through a lot of stuff, a lot of crazy stuff, and I destroyed my body for the longest time because I didn't love myself. And I had a hard time, being in relationships because I wasn't in harmony with myself. I couldn't truly love somebody until I loved myself. It all comes back to you. It is up to you. You have free will. You have a power. You don't control everything around you, but you are able to co-create with the universe. You can co-create with your higher self. You can talk to your higher self. You can allow your higher self to shine through, and the best way to allow your higher self to shine through is through love. When you're choosing love, the more you choose love, the more you connect with your higher self, the more you will get to that point where you can just kind of float through life. You're just like, you're chilling, you're happy, and less things are going to bother you because you see the interconnectedness of it all. And once you start thinking more positively during affirmations and changing the way your mind works, because your subconscious mind is so powerful, you can literally brainwash yourself, because if you don't brainwash yourself, somebody else will. So you might as well brainwash yourself. Put the good things in here, and you'll see, when you start putting the good thoughts in there, you start believing yourself, you start believing that your dreams can come true. Then you start to see that the glitches in the matrix. You start to see the numerology. If you've seen that movie The Matrix, you'll start to see the glitches. You'll start to see how this universe isn't as physical as they would like you to think. Science has already proven. Check it out. Look up the holographic universe. This is a hologram being projected from within us, and we're viewing it. Not only are we viewing it, but we're also in the middle of it. We're acting in it. Like, it's amazing, because it's just really amazing. Just look into it, the holographic universe. And also too, consciousness has the power to shape reality. That's why they say that you create your own reality. So if you're not in harmony with the people around you right now, just do your best to be in harmony with yourself. Make sure that you're checking in with yourself. Make sure that you are, taking care of how you feel. Don't diminish how you feel. Don't belittle your own emotions, and also don't allow others to belittle your own emotions. You're a human being. You're made to feel. You're made to express. You have your emotions for a reason. Don't ignore them. Your emotions are telling you something. Diseases are telling you something. Anything that happens to you is telling you something. So you just have to listen. You have to be aware, and you have to be here. So yeah, it's the first video on Instagram Live. Definitely, if you enjoyed this, there's more videos like this on my YouTube channel. Like I said, definitely check it out and subscribe. Share my videos. We can start a revolution right now, and you can literally start it just by loving yourself more. I'm telling you, the love and compassion, that is the key. And also eat some high quality food. Eat some natural food. Eat some fruit. I say that the truth is in the fruit, because the fruit the fruit is the most highest vibrational food out there. It will clean you out. It'll heal you. It'll unclog you, so that way you can actually hear your higher self. Because if you're eating processed foods, you're getting processed information. It's gonna mess you up. If you're eating genetically modified foods, you're gonna become genetically modified. And if you're eating animals, dairy products, you're eating rape, torture, you're eating fear. How can you be in love if you're eating fear? You see what I'm talking about? You are what you eat. And with also the positive thoughts. Food. It's all food. It's all energy. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.